It's actually quite a few security people, police and stuff like that. Yeah, hope that's helpful to you. All right, you're welcome to come on up. Have a good day, Charles. All right. Do you have a registration card filled out yet?
No, I don't.
No, there's that. If you could fill that out for me. Can I see a copy of your resume? That's your ticket to get in the door. So, all right. And Shippensburg.
I don't see that. I mean, I'm hoping that it's a partnership. Because I don't see what this person's doing. In theory, they could do employer development like 75% of the time for a certain price. But then they're not.
It's pretty brave, the snow coming out today, huh?
Yeah, actually, I came from East Stroudsburg.
Did you really? Wow. That's a little bit of a trek. You came through some nasty area where you can get some bad snow. So,
It actually
very
wasn't
good.
bad until
You can just circle Shippensburg.
it wasn't too bad until I hit right around Hershey, 81.
Go
Then
figure.
it started.
And then you were in it. Well, you were mostly here by that point.
Yeah.
Well, there's a name tag. You can put your name and your major on that. I have a guidebook here for you with a floor plan layout and then a list of the companies right behind that. There is information in the booklet on all the employers who are in attendance. So if you'd like to have a place to sit and kind of go over that, we have a student lounge down the hall. So you're welcome to take some time and just kind of gather your thoughts down there.
Okay.
And let us know if we can be of any assistance throughout the day, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.
If I just ask you like a little break, maybe?
Yep. Speak up.
Can I speak like this, or is that not necessary?
Great. If you can tell me, what is the first thing as they come in the door that they will do?
For our fair, we collect a resume as their ticket to get in. That's how we confirm what school they went to and that they're a member of the consortium of schools that are sponsoring this fair. So that's why we ask them for a copy of their resume. And if they're not a part of that, then we do charge a fee to get in. So if you have an open fair, students from any school can come into any fair. But if it's a closed fair like ours, you do need to be a member of the schools that are sponsoring it.
Okay. I'll just keep going here a little bit.
Sure.
You walk me through the process when the students come in, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to try to frame you up a little bit differently if I can.
That's fine. Out front?
Stepping out here.
No, that's fine. Whatever you want.
Thank you.
Hands to the side. What do you prefer?
I have two pretty tight shots here. Lay down.
All right.
Load off.
Okay.
All right, so if you would like to just,
The process of registration?
yeah, why don't we talk a little bit about the process of registration, kind of step by step as they walk in.
Sure. As you come into the building of most job fairs, you're going to see a prominent booth, a student registration table. So when you come in, have a copy of your resume out and ready to hand to the people across the table. And they'll take a look at that and have you register. Usually with a card, you'll sign in and put your name, your major, your school that you're in it. You'll usually have a registration card that you'll fill out with your name, your major, and the school that you attend. And then they'll give you a copy of the guidebook for the job fair that has a list of all the employers in attendance. And then a short company description. It's important that you look over the company descriptions before you go walking into the room so that you know a little bit about the employers you're talking to. You don't want to have a time when you walk up to a table and you have no idea about an employer and say, so what do you do? So do your research ahead of time before walking into the fair. And we have a student lounge where you can go sit down, gather your thoughts, and feel confident before you walk in and talk to your first employer. Should I look at you or look at the red dot? At you?
Tell me a little bit, if something helps your head, think of, just rattle off some of the companies that are
Attending this fair, groups like Clark Associates out of Lancaster, Martin's famous pastry shop. They're known for the Martin's potato rolls and the breads, potato bread. Aerotech, they recruit for technology fields, and we have groups like Hershey Entertainment and Resorts, Computer Aid, and Fox 43, WPMT. So there's a variety of majors represented, companies that recruit from a lot of different types of majors. And then there's a lot of organizations, they don't care what major you have, they just want you to be able to learn and to be able to have a good work ethic. And they train you to do what they want. And Enterprise Rent-A-Car is a lot like that, where they will take you and train you to do what it is that they want you to do. But other organizations like the police, Delaware State Police and groups like that, they're not looking for any particular major.
If you do have any statistics or anything that you could share with me about the success of those?
Yeah, no, we really don't. We don't do follow-up surveys with the students or in attendance or anything, so we don't have any post data or anything like that, and we don't have the recruiters report back. We do take information from the recruiters on how many students have they recruited during that day, or have they talked to during the day. On average, 20 to 25 is pretty average, but we have as many that they'll say they talk to 30 or 40 students at one job fair. And that's why they come to these things, because they can get a lot of students and a lot of resumes in one place and get a diversity of majors too. Yeah, there's our 16 colleges that put on this particular Central Pennsylvania Employment Consortium. So anybody who's in attendance or has attended any of the 16 member colleges. Other people can attend the fair, but it is a $10 fee to get in the door, and that's to help offset costs and things like that. That's a good question. It gives you as a student an opportunity to talk to a lot of employers at one time. Applying for jobs online, a lot of employers have gone to online submitting of your resume. The job fair gives you an opportunity to put a face to a resume that's just kind of, feels sometimes when you hit the submit button, it's going into an internet black hole. And this allows you to put a face to the application and gives the recruiters something that they can consider when they go back to the office. If they have a positive impression of a candidate, they're more likely to go into the database and pull out a resume or an application that they may have received. Generally about a 5-minute interview, 5 to 10-minute interview while you're talking. So it's more of a screening interview. The recruiters are here to find out who do they want to call back to their organization for a full-fledged interview, job interview. So generally speaking, you're going to see a screening interview. They're going to ask you to tell them a little bit about yourself, which is where you should have your 1-minute commercial prepared. They don't want to hear about that you have a brother and a sister and you grew up wherever your hometown was. They want to know how your values align with their company values and how the two can be married together in an effective way. So you have about 45 seconds to a minute to get that across right at the beginning of your interview. Yeah, most of the schools, they provide on-site resume reviews leading up to the job fair. We run several Resumania events. Well, you can't say that, that's copyrighted. At Messiah, we run several resume events where students can walk up and have a career coach critique it on the spot in preparation for the job fair in the weeks leading up to the CPEC job fair. Okay, no problem.
S-O-U-R.
Okay, and one more time for me. That's the reason I do that for the mic check. If you can give it one more time.
Lucy Mansour, L-U-C-Y-M-A-N-S-O-U-R.
Okay, great. And if you could tell me, what's your title again, Milton?
Recruiter. We have several recruiters there. We have residential, we have teachers, we have operations, and I take care of the operations part of the recruitment.
Very good, okay. Well, let's go ahead and get underway. I'm just making sure rolling everything looks good. Okay. If you can just tell me, when I say to you, what does a job fair mean to Milton Hershey, what would you say?
We want to make sure that we get the Milton Hershey School institution name around the community. We want to spread the word that we are a non-profit school, residential school for boys and girls that have like a difficult life in poverty line. So we look for students and house parents. House parents are couples that can live on campus and take care of 10 to 12 students in a student home. So we have them taking care and help the children to succeed in life. So when we go to a job fair, we always looking to enroll students and to hire house parents, part-time and full-time, because we need couples that can live on campus and become their parents. And we have the relief, which are the part-time house parents that can come on the weekends to help and relieve the full-time house parents.
Is there a big need right now? Do you have a lot of spots to fill?
Yes, we always hiring because we are expanding the school. We are looking to have, right now we have 1,800 students. We are looking to have by 2014, 2,000 students. So we are building new student homes. We are increasing the number of students enrollments. So we always hiring for house parents.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. See, that was easy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And spell it for me if you will.
Laura Stover, Laura Stover.
All right, and Laura, can you tell me who you're here representing?
Yes, I'm here for Smith, Elliott, Kearns & Company. We're a regional public accounting firm.
Okay, and you can look right at me.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just look right at me. All right, so go ahead and just tell me, if I were to say, what does any job fair mean to your firm? What would you tell me?
Well, we consider our relationships with schools very important. Basically, we come out here to keep our name in the community and to find the future leaders for our firm.
Okay. Tough time, a lot of students out there really looking for work. Some question whether or not a career fair really turns out any jobs. Do you come with jobs? Is this something that's very realistic for them?
Yes, it is realistic. As a public accounting firm, we're very busy right now this time of the year, so we're not actually bringing someone in, but in the next few months we could very easily have openings for tax accountants and audit accountants, and we want to be ready and prepared and have that pool of students that we've interviewed through the fairs to be ready to hire.
Okay. Do me a favor if you will, just push that tape on there a little harder because I see it stuck. And I'm just going to go like this. Do you know, just from past career fairs, did you hire anybody that you interviewed here? Do you have any success stories to share? And if you don't, that's fine.
No, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Okay, but do you know if you have hired in the past from career fairs?
Oh yeah, so I'm sure we have. I can't think of specifically. I mean, we're all over the place. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. Let's do this. What do you look for in a candidate for a job fair when they're coming around here? What are some of the first impressions that just stand out to you?
Well, some of the first things we look for are communication skills. We like the student that comes up to us, looks us in the face, shakes hands, and is very engaging, because it's really important in a career fair. Although we're public accountants and we need that technical skill to work with clients and to move up in the company, you're going to need those communication skills. So we look for a well-rounded student that has those.
Okay, so what's the procedure? Tell me, when the students come up here, give me a little play-by-play of what happens at your table.
Okay. Well, usually I ask them what they know about our firm. They've usually researched us, and I enjoy hearing what they have to say and providing feedback and kind of learning about why they really want to be in public accounting. We talk about where they're from and what their goals are, and then kind of talk about our different offices and what we may be able to offer them down the road.
Okay, exchanges of resumes, things like that?
Yes, we definitely exchange resumes, and we like to do fun things like give out USB drives and highlighters to keep our name out there again. Maybe they take that home and their parents see SEK on it when they're at home, and they think of a positive experience here at the fair with us.
Okay, and then even the resumes, what do you do with resumes once you leave here? stack of resumes?
Well, I kind of categorize them in my office. I'm sure everybody does things differently, but we use those as a resource to go back to throughout the year and to continue to contact students through email and keep them kind of like on our radar, if you will, for the year.
Let me think here. When you look around this room, what do you think this says about the economy? There's a lot of people saying the economy, there are no jobs. This is a packed room with career representatives.
Right, I agree. I think it says a lot about the economy. All these employers I've been talking to have openings and they are looking for employees, and it's kind of exciting working in human resources to have the challenge again of really having to search out and find that good quality candidate.
That's it. All folks.
Okay.
BOST.
Okay, do it one more time so I forgot to turn it on.
Sorry. Roneisha Boast, RONEISHA BOST.
Okay. And you can just look right at me. Wait, you're gonna look right over here.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. What are you hoping to accomplish here today?
I just really want to obtain an internship or possibly a full-time job in my career, well, public relations or marketing or advertising.
What do you know about these career fairs?
Not much. I just know like a lot of employers like come out and they're really seeking like well-driven and motivated individuals so they can place in their company. Thanks.
Have you been through yet?
Yeah, I have.
What are your thoughts after going through there?
It was very helpful. A lot of the employers were very interesting, very fun. It was a lot of information about the companies, very welcoming.
And if not landing a job, does it give you other, what I'm going for, I would assume that you get some practice with and things like that. Does it give you other skills like that, just potentially?
Yeah, it's just basically, you know, if you don't get placement in a job or an internship, you just dust yourself off and go out there and keep on trying. There's somebody out there who's willing to hire me, so.
Okay, any nerves when you go there?
Yeah, I was very nervous the first time, but after I went around and got used to it, it was okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
My name is Dion Durham, DION DURHAM.
Okay. All right, tell me where you're from and what you're looking to do here.
Well, I'm from Philadelphia, and I'm here just to find a career in anything that can benefit me when I graduate in May of this year. Bloomsburg University.
Tell me, if you will, have you been to a career fair before?
That's my first one.
It's your first one. What did you expect to get you?
I expected like employers just to be friendly and just be welcoming to different opportunities, different jobs, and different outlooks.
And what did you get when you got here?
They were very friendly, very friendly. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be mean and more like just real like straightforward, but they were really open and really helped me out a lot.
All right, I'm telling you, I'm not drilling you guys too much. I'm looking for very just. Did you guys start? You can look right at me while we're answering your questions.
Okay.
What are your first and last name? Spell it for me.
Steve Hassinger, HASSINGER.
Okay, your title in relation to the event here.
Well, I'm the Career Services Director at Central Penn College, but I'm the site chair for CPEC.
All right, so if we can start with a couple of very simple questions about, we're focusing on what a job fair is.
Okay.
For students who are not familiar with it, can you give the definition or kind of explain it?
Well, a job fair is basically a networking event, and in today's world, networking is important to getting your first job, to advancing in your career, to changing jobs, whatever you're going to do with your profession. So it's an opportunity to meet with employers face to face. And many times nowadays, I think you're applying to websites, you're emailing resumes, and an employer doesn't have an opportunity to put a face and a personality with the piece of paper or the electronic transmission. So at a job fair, you have an opportunity to meet face-to-face, to get in touch with the employers, to tell them a little bit about yourself, to learn more about their companies, and hopefully make a favorable first impression.
And the student safe right here, is it walking through the process, if you will, the moment they walk in the door, sort of kind of
Sure. Well, hopefully students have started the process before they even arrive, because we put a list of all the employers that are registered on the website, and we encourage students to go to the website to do their research ahead of time, to see who the employers are that are going to be here, to research those companies a little bit so that when they start talking to the companies, they can talk intelligibly and find out what the best fit for with those companies might be for them. So when they arrive here, they're going to go to the candidate registration booth, and we're going to collect a copy of their resume because we want to make sure everybody's prepared with resumes for employers. They'll have a registration card that they will fill out as well, and they'll get a name tag with their name and their major on. And then we'll give them an employer guidebook. And the employer guidebook again lists the employers that were out on the website, and it lists the layout of the room and gives them information about each company. So they can plan their strategy as they go into the ballroom. There are 85 companies in there today, and they can talk to all 85 if they want, or if they have limited time or they have very specific interests, they can target those companies that are of most interest to them.
Tell me, if you will, some of the companies off the top of your head that are in there.
For instance, I know that Highmark is in there, the Milton Hershey School is in there, Capital Blue Cross, Enterprise Rent-A-Car. There are a number of police organizations in there. There are a number of state agencies, a few federal agencies as well. So it's a good mix of employers that meet a lot of different types of interest and majors.
Do you hear a lot of success stories coming out of this?
I do. I can tell you that one of our students last year came to this event. She came down from Pottsville, and she came to the event. She had no idea who Select Medical Corporation was or that they even existed until she saw their name on the website and did a little bit of research. And she met with one of their representatives here, followed up with her resume, and later was offered an interview and was offered a job with that company. So we do hear of those opportunities. Central Penn's been involved with this event for, I think, 8 years now. I can think back about 6 years ago. I had a student who came over. She was actually volunteering and helping some of the employers get set up. And one of the employers that she escorted to their table that day is where she still works today, 6 years later. So yeah, we do hear a lot of success stories.
Great, great. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. Follow-up. Tell me about follow-up.
Well, follow-up anytime that you're applying for jobs, I think, is important for job seekers. In the guidebook that they're going to get today, they're going to have contact information for all the companies that are here and names of the representatives who are representing the companies. We would also encourage them to ask for a business card if they talk to somebody that they're particularly interested in. So we would encourage them to follow up with a little thank you note, maybe the next day, letting them know that they were excited to meet them at the job fair. They're very interested in the company. If there's a particular position or two that they're interested in, reiterating that interest. If they were instructed to go to a website and to apply for a position, obviously, again, follow-up is key, making sure that they follow through and they do what they were instructed to do. And it's also important that they give us some feedback. So when they leave today, we're going to ask them to fill out an evaluation form. And we're going to ask employers also to fill out an evaluation form. And we use that information so that we can continuously improve the fair. For instance, a few years ago, students said it would be great to have a place where they could kind of sit and prepare their thoughts or come out and just kind of prepare and go into the fair with a list of questions and so forth. So we prepared a candidate information area where they can go and they can look up employers at the last minute on a website, just prepare their thoughts and so forth. And that was based on feedback that we had received from candidates. Okay.
And Steve, I did get you to say your first name, so you spell it. You can give me your first and last name, spell it for me.
Sure, Walt Wilhelm, W-A-L-T-W-I-L-H-E-L-M. Waddell & Reed, Financial Advisors. The company's out of Kansas City area, but we're here locally in Camp Hill.
All right, so we have a lot of students that come out of the programs. For those that are not familiar with consumer process,
Well, they get roughly 30 seconds to a minute to make an impression. And so we're looking for students that are well poised and dressed the part. Suit and tie for the gentlemen, dress suits for the ladies. Looking for individuals that are very outgoing and very open to discussing a career.
you get resumes.
We get a lot of resumes, sometimes about 1,500 a year. Sure, usually we meet students at career fairs such as this or on campus. We look at those resumes, we talk to them individually. We sort through them and look for not just book smarts, we're looking for students that have the extracurricular activities. As a financial advisor at Waddell & Reed, our advisors are independent contractors, so it's really important that they have good communication skills and can get out in the community and get to know people. It's also important that a student be very mindful of what the needs of the community are from a financial standpoint. So we're looking for students that have a real interest in a long-term career. For us, it's about students that really want to help people and students that want to own their own business. Most of the careers you don't own your own business, so it takes a very unique individual to come into a career like this. So we're looking for things on a resume that show leadership, show outgoing, almost extroverted a little bit, things along those lines. Well, you know, most of the people that are out of work today are people that don't have a degree. And so for somebody that's 21 years old to come into this career, we would require them to have a degree. So a career fair like this is looking for that student that's got a special thing about them that allows them to participate in a career such as this, that would allow them to be able to be considered. And this is the best place to find them. You're welcome. Good. What kind of career are you looking for?
Something in finance.
Oh, well, you came to the right place. And you're with Messiah? Cool. So what in finance specifically?
Specifically investment analysis.
Okay. Okay, so you want to do that at the client level, or do you want to do that in the back office level? Either. Because there's a big difference between the two positions. Do you know about that? Okay. So we're representing the client side. So we're looking for individuals that want to be financial advisors, to work with individual clients, to sometimes build portfolios, right? Do you have a resume on you? Derek, I'm Walt. This is Tracy. Where's, okay, so you're from Halifax? Awesome. And so if I ask you regarding a career, what's important about success to you, how would you answer that? Help people? Okay. And a bit of redundancy, but what's important about helping people?
Just these, in this economy, finance industry, people need to understand.
Okay. Do you have any personal experience or a family member that's worked with a financial advisor that you've seen? Not directly? Okay. So do you know much about Waddell & Reed? Okay, well, Waddell & Reed's a national financial planning company, and we have we have world-class investment management, and so that's sort of the best of both worlds for us. You're familiar with Barron's magazine? Okay, so Barron's does an annual fund ranking of mutual fund companies. It just came out last week, and they have Waddell & Reed for the 5th year in a row in the top 2 spots. So we own the Waddell & Reed funds and the Ivy funds. So our advisors mostly use those funds not because they have to, but because they're fantastic funds, right? And now one of our value propositions that we bring to our financial advisors and to our clients is that we like to practice true financial planning, true comprehensive financial planning. So that allows us to take a holistic approach to a client's financial life, if you will, and build a portfolio, build a risk management portfolio, build an investment portfolio, everything associated with their financial plan.
What would you say is the basis for the portfolio?
The basis, you mean the money, or?
Like for the client they work with, what the products do offer, that's the basis for that.
I'm not sure I understand your question completely. That's all right.
It's risk management.
Okay. Well, risk management is typically insurance-based. That's right. So.
Majority of the products they offer?
No. Most of what we offer is on the investment side and the financial planning side. Insurance makes up probably about 20% of what we do. It probably should be a bigger piece overall, but ultimately clients want more on the investment side at the end of the day than they do on the insurance side. But we as financial advisors, to do a comprehensive job for our clients, we have to address everything, and usually involves insurance as well. But the biggest part of what we do is usually on the investment side. You think about it when you ask, if you ask your mom and dad, what's your largest asset, what do you think they're going to say? Actually, besides that, investable asset, what do you think they'll say? It's usually their retirement plan at work, a 401k or 403b. And so, today I see 401ks that have well over $500,000 in them. And so that becomes their biggest asset ultimately. And so when they come to somebody like myself as a financial advisor to help them out with that, they're looking for risk management from the standpoint of, hey, I don't want to take too much risk because this is what I have. And we look at time horizon. And so we have a brief analysis we do on a client to help identify what their risk tolerance is. And once we understand what their risk tolerance is, then we can build an appropriate portfolio for them. So we offer a couple ways where you can get to know Waddell & Reed a little bit more. We're offering a workshop coming up in our office. Do you have the dates for those? Do you think your schedule can accommodate one of those times? March 1st? We're right here in Camp Hill. March 1st is a Friday. Yeah. So you want to sign up for that one? Any questions you have about the career? Yes, after the fact. So the candidate takes care of the pay of them up front. That's their skin in the game, if you will. And then once you're on board selling, bringing on clients, I think it's when your production gets to $400,000 in your first 4 months, we reimburse that 100%. Okay. Yep. It's nice to meet you. I'll look forward to seeing you again.